Hey friends, this is Angela with Word and Home. So I wanted to show you a fun little sign today that I made using a Dollar Tree sign and a Dollar General Patriotic napkin. The first thing I'm doing is I'm just giving this little Dollar Tree sign a coat of white Waverly chalk paint. And once that's dry, I'm going to cut out my section of my napkin with my cute little patriotic truck. And again, I picked these up at Dollar General for $1 for a pack of 16. These are 2-ply, so I'm just going to cut my square out and then I'm going to separate my 2-plies. It separates very easily. Just be gentle as you're pulling it apart so you don't tear the top section. And now I'm just going to lay it on here and see how it fits. I do see that I'm going to need to trim a little bit off the top, so I'll just take my scissors and easily trim that down just a little bit. And then lay it on here again just to make sure that it fits correctly. And now I'm going to take this little jute hanger out of the top here. It will pop out easily and then you can just put it back in. And I am going to just use some Waverly antiquing wax just to darken this up a little bit. You could leave it natural if you wanted, but I like the dark look just a little bit better. So I'm just covering it with some antiquing wax, and then I'm just going to wipe this clean. If you don't have the wax, you could use stain for this as well. So I'm just wiping off my excess here. And once that's done, I'm going to add a good layer of Mod Podge onto the face of my sign. I'm going to brush that on and then I'm going to let that dry. And once this is dried down completely, then we're going to go back with our napkin. And I'm going to use the iron-on method. If you don't have an iron, you can easily do this without it. Just I find that using like a little plastic bag on my hand just to pat it down works well. So I'm covering it with a piece of parchment paper from the kitchen. And then I'm just using my mini iron and I'm just ironing that down. And of course, you know, the heat reactivates that Mod Podge and makes your napkin adhere nicely with no wrinkles. Okay, so now it's time to pop that little hanger back in. And now we're going to work on just a little bow. I'm just going to stack my ribbon and just make a fun little refabbed bow is what I call it. And then I'm just going to tie around the center with a piece of jute once I get all of my ribbon layered on here. All the ribbon that I'm using, well, the red and the blue came from Hobby Lobby. The base ribbon came from Dollar Tree and it's wired and it works wonderfully for projects just like this. So make sure you grab some of that the next time you're in Dollar Tree. And then for just a little bit more depth and just a little fun element, I'm going to add some of this wire ribbon that I had left over from Christmas. And I'm just going to cut just a little section of that and I will insert that with hot glue in just a few minutes. Now, I did go ahead and dovetail all of my ribbons and just cut those to your desired length. And then I'm going to make sure that it fits on here so that my handle will still hang. And then here's that fun ribbon that I was talking about, the wired ribbon left over from Christmas. I just cut a little section and then just folded it over and kind of twisted the ends together, and then I'm using some hot glue to insert it here behind the red ribbon. And I think it just kind of adds a little fun little aspect here. So then I'm just going to hot glue my little bow on. And then I want something to go in the center, and I had 3 stars. Now, these wooden stars came from Dollar Tree. And even the little gold star came from Dollar Tree. But this metal star came from Hobby Lobby. And I always buy it. It's always in the Christmas section. And I love to use these in a lot of projects. So I always buy these at Christmas and just hang on to them to use all year. Now I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit with some white paint. And then I'm just going to hot glue it in the very center of my bow. So a very simple and easy little sign for the 4th. Just using a fun napkin from Dollar General and the little sign from Dollar Tree. I hope you like it, friends. Thanks for spending some time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.